Welcome back to the Northwoods Family Channel. Last summer during our 1,000-mile overlanding trip across the state of Wisconsin, we started noticing some symptoms that our clutch might be in need of repairs. The main issue was the machine felt like it wanted to continue pulling us forward as we were coming to a stop instead of cutting power to the wheels and idling. It started sporadically at first, and then over time it began occurring more frequently. After returning from our overlanding trip late August to Utah, the machine would sometimes even stall as we were coming to a stop, so we figured it was time to do some work. Now our General has just over 5,000 miles on it, but those miles have been hard. CVT clutches are used on so many of these machines because they work great for constantly changing speeds and engine RPMs, but they have some downsides too. Dirt, grit, and even dust from the drive belt breaking down over time will make your clutch wear faster. Excessive heat and driving at continuous speeds at a constant engine RPM for long periods of time also can cause issues with CVT clutches. After doing some research, I decided not to rebuild the factory clutch, but instead ordered up a Duraclutch from Rocky Mountain ATV and Motorcycle. The main benefits of the Duraclutch are supposed to be smoother acceleration, longer belt life, more engine braking power, and a longer clutch life. So today we're going to unbox it, show you what's inside, and get it installed on our machine. After we have some miles on the new Duraclutch, we'll give you an update, but in the meantime, if you decide to order one or for any other parts or riding accessories you need, you can help support our channel by simply clicking the affiliate link in the video description below to take you over to Rocky Mountain ATV and Motorcycle. They're employee owned, great to work with, and have everything you need for your machine. Comes with a belt, socket, a couple tools. Comes with a filter for the air intake for the clutch, and then it'll come with your primary and secondary clutch units, and they're all basically put together. So one of the appealing things about this was it was basically bolt on, so it would save me some time. Time is one thing I do not have a lot of right now. And here's our secondary clutch. Wow, look at that.
It looks like a tire.
Kind of.
Inside a tire.
Kind of. So this is where the belt goes inside our General, and they spin, and it makes our General go. All right, should we go take the old one off?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. We don't have to, but we're gonna take off the tire because I think it'll just give us a little more room to work.
Okay.
Alright, set the tire underneath here. This is another way to catch the thing in case it falls, which it shouldn't because we got it on a good solid jack stand. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. There she is. All we need to do is we need to loosen these two bolts. Just pull it off. Right, no problem there. That bolt comes out. Kit gave us a new bolt.
Do you know what I did?
What's that? What did you do?
I added this.
Cool.
Like,
So this should kind of fall apart here a little bit.
did you ever did this before?
Nope, never done this before. There you go. Alright. Alright, that's loosened up. Now we gotta use the clutch puller on that piece to get that sucker off. So this is our clutch puller. So we're gonna insert this guy in here, and we're gonna crank her down. As we turn this, should pull this whole thing out. We'll see. If I turn it that way, yeah, it's just going to loosen it. Whoa. Man, I don't like how that popped.
That sucker popped off like it's nothing.
A little scary. That sucker was on there tight. Well, hopefully nothing damaged beyond what we're trying to do. So that would be the type of thing that would make this take a lot longer.
Yeah, but then we have to fix the whole thing.
No, looks fine.
Okay, now I see the chain.
Looks fine. Here, can you put the camera over here?
Uh-huh.
All right, so there's our secondary clutch. That popped off pretty easy, and then, man, the primary was a bear to get off.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, it's scary.
We got it on. We'll go take a look at this over there. All right, so I fully admit I don't know a ton about these drives, these clutches. I'm learning more all the time. So this is the old clutch, and this is the Duraclutch. So I think one of the things that sets it apart is that this sheave can actually spin, and that is what helps make the belt engagement smoother versus this one. Geez, I wonder if this is supposed to be able to spin. Maybe not, because I pulled it apart. I don't know. Be interesting. I'm probably at some point going to tear this apart and see what needs to be replaced on it. Learn a little bit more about them, but for now we're just going to bolt the new ones on. So this is the belt that we replaced when we were on our Wisconsin overlanding trip, and then we took it on our Uinta trip, and we did catch ourselves trying to go up a mountain once in high gear, and we felt it starting to slip, but it actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any flat spots on it. So we're gonna put the new belt on that came with the Duraclutch, but we're gonna keep this as a backup belt for sure. This belt still's got plenty of life on it. It actually looks pretty good. So we're gonna put this on. We're gonna use the shoulder washer and the socket head. We're gonna tighten it down, and then we have to tighten it to 60 foot-pounds. What's primary's torque with transmission in park? Spin the secondary clutch. Okay. Yep. All right, let's do it. 60 foot-pounds. That's called torque. It's to basically measure how tight something is. So you tighten it up the correct amount. It's gonna go there. All right, now we're gonna torque it down. So you're gonna hear the wrench click. You tell me when you hear it click. Oh, I need to jam that, don't I? What is that?
What will it sound like?
Oh, you'll hear it. I'll show you.
A loud click?
Yep.
Okay.
So they said just to stick this tool in here to... All right, you'll hear a loud click. So there's little clicks. Hear those? Those aren't the clicks we're listening for. Not yet. It's gonna be when I'm going down. Not yet. You think that was it?
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
That's clicked.
Like those quiet clicks, it was like...
That was a loud click, wasn't it? Yeah. Secondary clutch goes on. There's that. We got our blue Loctite there. I'm gonna try to loop this on here. We're gonna need to turn it that way. So this one, we're gonna go down to 45 foot-pounds. I'm gonna need you to help me listen for the click.
Kind of heavy.
Yeah, it's getting heavy. Oh, I knew that would slip. Bumped it out of place.
What?
I gotta kind of hold it in place here. It's kind of tricky to do because you gotta keep it from spinning. There we go. All right, now we gotta put the belt on. and put it back together and test it out.
Okay, Dad. Okay.
All right. Now if we can just get her started a little bit. There we go. There we go. Whew. Oh man. Don't see any evidence of water draining, which is good. One thing with these clutch covers is you really want to make sure you got a good seal. So check that integrity of that seal there. What's up? What?
I need your knife to open this.
Oh boy.
My aircraft carrier.
Your aircraft carrier came, huh? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna kind of wipe her down. So we really want to keep water from getting in here in this clutch if we submerge. If you learn from me, wipe the seal off really good before you install your clutches. It'll give you a little bit more room. I could pull the seal out, but I don't think it's necessary. I'll just wipe the dirt off of it here. Cleaned that off pretty good on the inside. These are easy to strip too, so I recommend starting them backwards. There you go, until you hear them click. The Tusk flexible screwdriver sure comes in handy, especially if we're doing this in the field when you don't want to take the tire off. The front one is spinning a little bit. I can only get it so tight, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Put this puppy back on. Let's see. There we go. Looks good. I'm gonna put the tire back on and give her a shot. It's a torque limiter, so that comes in handy for torquing these down. Kit comes with some decals just to put on your cover, I guess, so people know, or you know, or the dealer knows, or whoever knows that it has an aftermarket clutch. I suppose it's not a bad idea. It's nice, gives you the belt part number, not that that's hard, and you don't have to run their belt. You can run the Polaris belt, which is probably what we'll keep doing because we get them at a good price, but there you go.
Put a fancy jet on it.
Wow!
This is the wants button. You can push it to launch the jet.
Cool, you'll have to show me that. I don't know if you want to launch it in here. Good break.
Okay.
Right. Whoa! That was cool.
Even have little minions sit.
Okay. All right, go pick that up because I got to lower the General down.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Well, I got to put one more thing, just real quick, underneath the hood. Here, watch out. Step back. Yeah.
Where did all those go? Do you have those little tiny screws?
Yeah, I put them. I installed them back onto the General. There's one other part it comes with. It's just a filter, which is going to go over the top of your air intake for your clutch. But you're supposed to drill a hole in the top too. Alright, found one's 1 5/8, so that should work. Got a rag stuffed down there. leaves a lot of crud all over the place. Let me get these little bits.
Well, whatever this General has, it has a 1 and 2 and 3 zeros.
Yep, that's a thousands. General 1000. That's how big the engine is. 1,000 cubic centimeters.
Jeez!
Yeah, I know, huh?
What is a cubic centimeter?
Do you remember what the pistons are from your book? You remember what the pistons? So 1,000, that is measuring how big those pistons are, how big those cylinders are. That holds the gas in the air when the engine's going.
Okay.
So the bigger the number, the more powerful the engine is. Hole in the top of our air intake, and then the filter just slips right over it. Try to get it over that screw there without ripping it. And yeah, I think she's good to go. That doesn't sound right. Not right at all. No way. Something ain't right there. What the heck? Man. Not sure what is loose, but something obviously is rattling in there, which is not good. So I don't see any scraping. What was the rattling? Well, maybe that was it. Let's try it again. Rubbing on the cover. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there are some chatter marks right there. Looks like there's some chatter marks right there. Oh, right here. Big one of the belt. So it's actually the belt probably that's rubbing on it. All right, so what I've done is I've taken some paint pen and I've marked the areas where I see wear marks, because I'm not 100% sure where it's rubbing, if these marks are new or old. If I need to, I can pull everything off, and you can adjust this cover just a little bit. There's a little bit of play in it. So if it's rubbing in both these places, the front would need to go up and the back would need to go down. I don't know how it's adjusted though, which way there's play. I did some internet researching, and this is not an uncommon problem. The Duraclutch is a little bit larger than the Polaris clutch, but you know, this is just a cheap piece of plastic, so it can warp. Sometimes they rub, sometimes they don't. I don't know. So did a short ride, I mean down the driveway and back. I can tell it's rubbing right here now. It's not rubbing in the back. It's like push up under the back. I can feel it's not rubbing there. If I push down from the top, it doesn't make a difference, but it makes a difference here. So the front of the cover, if I got any play, adjustment needs to go up and back a little bit. If I can pull the whole cover to like 2 o'clock, God, I wish I could almost just bend the sucker. I mean, I almost can. Just ticking a little bit there now. See where it's scraping it off. Nothing. Nope, that's old. That's old, but right here, that's where she's rubbing. That was a little easier. 3 cover bolts around the primary, and then 3 around the secondary, and then 1 down there. Those are really tight, jeez. Man, they're sealed up there. I'm guessing looks like they are. Looks like some RTV sealant under them, I'm sure, to keep water from getting in. All right, I think that shifted it. I think that shifted it enough. Oh, that was not a clicking, that was it just slipping. There we go. That is 50. All right, we got the belt back on. Spun the sucker, the belt's seated there nicely on the secondary. We're gonna put the cover back on and try it again. Come on, baby. Woo, sounds good. Sounds good. No rattling. Yeah, if I push down on it, I can make it happen, but I'm not gonna do that. Just backed out of the garage and can already tell it's so much smoother taking off, starting up. There's just no jump at all. You know, with the factory clutch, normally the machine kind of revs up and then it jumps. This is super smooth. Super smooth starting up. All right. Take it for a little spin here. Does seem to give us a little bit of engine braking under on high, maybe a little bit more than before. I'm gonna play around in low gear. Yeah, a lot of engine braking there. Wow. Well, my camera battery died when I was out there riding, but just took it for about a 2-mile spin and it seems to be working great. Just taking everything off and then loosening those bolts and shifting that cover up, that seemed to have taken the rubbing problem on the clutch cover away. So good to know. Yeah, it seems to be really smooth, really smooth. That's the biggest right away noticeable difference between the Duraclutch and the stock clutch. Low gear, a lot of engine braking, very noticeable engine braking, which should be good for us when we're going down, you know, steep hills in low gear. In high gear, it's been a couple months since I've driven this thing, but I feel like it has a little bit more engine braking in high gear than the stock clutch. So we'll have to see. I'll have to play around with that a little bit more. But yeah, overall the installation really wasn't bad. It probably should have just taken me 90 minutes, but then having that clutch cover issue definitely added some more time to it. So it wound up being kind of a half-day project, but whatever, all is well that ends well. After I put some miles on it, I'll come back and let y'all know what I think. We're at 5,000 miles on this puppy, over 5,000 miles now, so I think it's time for an updated review, tell you all the good, the bad, the ugly about our experience with the Polaris General, specifically, you know, using it primarily for camping and overlanding and, you know, a little bit of trail riding and road riding here and there, but probably a little bit more extreme use, at least when it comes to the effort per miles put in than most people. So not a high mileage machine by any means. 5,000 miles ain't that much, but we'll tell you everything that we've experienced so far with it. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.